Hello, listeners. Welcome to Show Me Your Stack. I'm so excited to be interviewing Paul Sullivan today. I cannot wait to find out what's in Paul's tech stack review. So let's shuffle up and see what's in the review for Paul. Hello and welcome to Show Me Your Stack. Today I am sitting down with Paul Sullivan and I am so excited to hear what's in Paul's tech stack. Paul, will you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and then we'll shuffle up and see what we have?
Yeah, sure. I am a serial founder, so I've currently got about 4 businesses, and I'm a HubSpot agency partner. We are also a super partner, so love that. We primarily work with SaaS and fintech companies, and go-to-market on HubSpot is our sweet spot.
Love that. Awesome. Well, let's shuffle up and see what's in your tech stack. So what do you have for us at number 5?
Google Docs. I know it's a bit of a basic one.
I love it.
I was like, when I was looking at these questions, I said, do you know what? I'm going to tell people what I use. And Google Docs is probably one of my most widely used tools across its suite. And I was like, right, that's definitely number 5. It's in every way. Slides, decks, a lot of it.
So I'm an admin Google Drive user, and I try and find ways to keep using it. And Matt's like, can't you put that in Supered? And I'm like, yes. I'm breaking the thought process because, I just love me the Google Drive. So I'm with you there. Yeah. All right. What do you have for me at number 4?
So at number 4, I actually have Supered. Now, I know you're probably like 4.
No.
But there's a reason, right? So I approach this in terms of what do I use. Now, let me just make it really clear. Supered is fundamental to the way that we deliver at Bias. So it's really intrinsic to the way that Arise, our proprietary go-to-market motions, delivered into the tech stack for other people. But it's not the most widely used. What I love about it is that I'm always trying to figure out what else can I put in it. What else can I put in there to make Arise much better for people? And then I'm challenging you guys to build features because of that. And that's what I love. Tell me when I can have my NPS scores and all that copied up. Then we're winning.
I love it. Okay, what's 3?
At 3, HubSpot. So, HubSpot agency, super partner, obviously, we use it a lot, right? We've got marketing, sales, content, service. We've got the whole product, and so therefore it's intrinsic to what we do within the business.
Right.
But also, I'm always throwing things in there to try and figure out how I can make our own go-to-market and other people's go-to-market better. So that definitely came in at 3. I think it's a good place for it to be.
Awesome. All right. We're sailing through this. What do we have at 2?
Number 2, Perplexity.ai. I jumped on Perplexity ages ago. Everyone was still doing the ChatGPT 4 thing. And I saw that Jeff Bezos had put $1 million in or something. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and figure what this stuff is, right? And Perplexity as an AI platform is immense, right? It's got Copilot in there. It's got Bard. It's got everything in there. But from a search perspective, it gives you all the citations you need. And we've now got it down so that we can produce pretty much 90% of our content. We train it on our website, and then get it to write it. And I've also built a formula for producing the content that helps us with Google's helpful ranking for SEO. So we are knocking our content out of the park with it. And then I'm even using it to go back to my articles, change the article into video script for short video. So then we actually are repurposing it as well using the same tool. So it's become my essential tool. I ask it everything. I even use it to make use cases. I'll go something like, right, in an ABM strategy, how does this company that we're working with, ABM, work really well with this company, and how do their business strategies overlap, and where's the opportunities? And it will tell me all of that. And so we're actually using it to help with the go-to-market stuff, the content production stuff. I actually said to it today, I've got a client that I'm building a customized HubSpot piece for, and they wanted to calculate the distance between latitude and longitude points, or basically airports. So when it's a private airline, so when they're flying, they wanted to know how to calculate the carbon offset by the number of miles each plane flies. And I just asked Perplexity to write the code for me, and it wrote the code for me as well. So I was like, oh, look at this. Yeah, I'm learning more and more. I love it.
Paul, I'm like sitting here looking, I'm like, how do I not know about this? You're my 13th episode, podcast on this with 5 tech stacks in each, and I've never heard about this. So I'm like, okay. So I love it. I love it. Okay, what do you have for us at number 1 then?
Slack. So my tech stack's not super exciting, but do you know what it is? It's super useful and it's functional. And for me, Slack, I'm like, you can't get me on WhatsApp. I don't answer my phone. I definitely don't answer SMS. You're going to get me in Slack. So if you want to find me, that's where I am. So it's just become my go-to tool of choice. We use it for internal comms. We use it with our clients. I actually run a community. We run a community on Slack. And so, it's also an intrinsic part of what we're doing and how we do it. So
totally.
And also, I love the new list feature. I'm like, okay, some project management inside here as well.
I know, right? And custom team emojis. I don't know. So our team has done that, and we actually use them functionally, so we know if somebody has, instead of the check marks and you gotta hover over to see who's done it, we all put our emoji when Matt's like, hey, team, you need to do this, and then he knows when we've done it.
Because you've got your own unique emojis. I love that. Are you like animals or something like that?
No, it's our headshot going like this in a GIF. Oh, it's great. I love it. But I'm with you there. I mean, my husband uses Teams, and we'll be driving. He's like, hey, can you check my Teams? I'm like, I literally do not know how to use it. It is not as user-friendly as Slack. So
it's awful. I literally could not get into 2 meetings yesterday. I had to sit on a Teams, have someone dial my mobile, go on silent on the Teams so we could talk and see each other and run the meeting, because my laptop just said, no, I don't do Microsoft. Can you?
Yeah. I'm with you. And yeah, all the PM stuff that Slack and the integrations, it's its tech stack in its own now.
I just think that, and also, do you know what I like PLG? We do a lot of product-led growth at our agency, and Slack is a number 1 classic example of a good product-led growth product. So I just love it.
Yeah, I agree. I remember the first time I ever saw Slack, it was 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. And it was before Apple decided that you could name your group chats, and group text messaging was still very clunky. And I remember telling my family, I'm like, can we download Slack for free so we have our own family chat? Then, because I was like, this is the coolest tool ever, and it totally has just blown up and grown, and it's so seamless into, I'm like, it might be a deal breaker for me if a company doesn't use it forever.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to use it? When the companies tell me they can't use it, I'm like, why? Can you please explain that? I'm not sure
I'm like, I'm with you. I'm like, huh. So, all right, let me recap here. So you got the Google Drive, you have Supered and HubSpot, then Perplexity and Slack.
Yep.
All right.
I have more than that, right? I have a broader tech stack than that. But
yeah.
They're my key go-to.
Right. Every day you're in these 5 functioning. Yep. All right. What are you hearing about? So you are a serial entrepreneur. You're talking to people all the time.
Yep.
What's coming?
So this one's a well-established tool, but I like to work in ecosystems, and when I talk about an ecosystem, what I mean is, if I'm delivering PLG, I need a PLG tech stack, and so for a while, running PLG out of HubSpot's been clunky, and it required having a data lake and putting all data into that, and then pulling it back into HubSpot, and so now we've slimmed that tech stack down to simply HubSpot, Mixpanel, and Chameleon. And so right now, my tool of choice is Mixpanel, because they've inbuilt the data lake functionality to their product, which means that if you want to run PLG straight off the bat, your toolkit is just those 3 apps, and you're going to have product analytics, onboarding, plus your marketing, customer service, and all of that. If I was a PLG company, I'd be like, right, I'm all over that tech stack. Let me just get that 3 licenses and we're good, plus Slack. Woohoo! Let's go.
Right?
I'm like so excited, and I have to do like some certifications because we're a partner, and I'm like, I just want to play with it. Give it to me. And the reason being is because I'll tell you the answer in the next question.
All right. I'm a VC. I'm going to give you money. What are you going to build?
Right. So this is what I'm actually building, and I wish you was a VC because I would take that money from you, right? So we're building a...
Paul, I work at a bootstrap startup. You and me both.
I know, right? Honestly, we're building this product called Lever, or Lever, as you say out there. We call it Lever. And it is the ability to run compete strategy out of HubSpot. So what we're building is you'll be able to say, I am directly in competition with these 3 or 4 companies, and we're using AI to show you how to outperform each of your competitors in all of the channels. And we're doing this. We've got some big people involved, SEM Rush, some other companies. I'm not going to say all of them, but there's some big companies around this. Even HubSpot are sniffing around saying, what are you doing? But effectively, you'll be able to run this every day within your business, and then you'll be able to show clear ROI to your board members or your leadership team on what levers you pull and how it impacts your own growth, but also revenue. The new thing that we've done that wasn't in this, because it was a very simple version, and in version 1 is we've now been able to connect it back to HubSpot and are able to say, okay, so we can pull all this marketing data together for you, but we're also going to have a look at your best close won deals and tell you how to build your right ICP, use the right messaging, and all of that by learning working from you from within your HubSpot. So if you're a company that's fully invested, having HubSpot and sales and that on the platform, this thing is going to enable you to kick some ass in the market across the business. And then, then I'm going to probably scale it out to become a proper go-to-market tool. So it will look at things like positioning and using data and analytics to tell you how you should be positioning your business to this type of segment and so on and so forth. So hopefully market straight out of that, and I'll be using Super to deliver it, so it'll be all cool.
I love it, Paul. Honestly, I'm like, episode 13 coming in hot here. That's like one of the coolest answers I've heard. So
I just met someone a lot smarter than me, right? And I said to him, these are my faults, and he came back to me and said, that's too simple. Why don't we do this? And he just gave me 3 more ways you can use the same data to get better results, and I was like, thank you, you're hired. That was it.
I love it. Awesome. Well, this has been so great. I'm so excited for what you've shared with me, and definitely going to look into Perplexity, right?
Perplexity.
Am I saying it right?
It is the way forward.
I am like stoked on this for, at Super we do a butt ton of content. So yeah, I'm stoked. So thank you. I'm taking that as a win for me on this. I'm taking it and running with that. So thank you so much. I love it. Anything else you want to share with us before we wrap up?
I don't know. If anything that I've said resonates with you guys and you want to find me, just Digital Bias. We're Digital Bias. You'll find me on the internet. I'm active on LinkedIn, which is a great place to find me. And if you want to, you can join our community at strategysupercharged.com. Oh,
love
the
it.
other thing I want to say to your listeners, if you don't mind, shameless plug.
Yeah.
HubXOS, September 4th and 5th, 224. Guys, this is a 2-day content event. Super are involved. I'm involved. We've got some great speakers from the HubSpot community. Sign up. It's free tickets. Get involved.
Love it. Kay, thank you so much. So excited for that event too. Right before Inbound, it's going to be like a September of events. So.
Exactly.
Okay, you too. Let's shuffle up and show me your tech stack, where every episode is a high stakes reveal of the tools that are aces in our guest book, where chips are down and digital decks are on the table. Are you ready for the best in class tech? Let's deal these cards and see what comes up Who's ready to double down on digital innovation with me?